St. Vincent, my homeland, you gave me no mansion, no gold, no diamond, yet I love you a million.
The workers of this country. Second, my government has determined, after consultation with the public sector trade unions, to grant an increase in salaries and wages for all categories of workers, pensionable and non-pensionable, in the public service for the year 2015, retroactive to January the 1st, 2015. This increase is at 2.5% and it is tax-free. The cost to the Treasury amounts to approximately $7.25 million. This wage and salary increase will be paid, this back pay will be paid in the December 2015 pay packet. It will be paid on Friday, December the 18th, 1 week before Christmas. In January 2016, there will be a further wage salary enhancement of 1.5% from January next year, to add on top the 2.5. There are thus no increases between the years intervening after 2011 to 2015. The representatives of the public sector unions and I arrived at this sensible and mature understanding in a meeting between us on Tuesday, October the 20th, 2015. I intend also in 2016 to create an additional number of senior graduate teaching posts from the current 65 to a number closer to 100 to facilitate further upward mobility to these beneficiaries of the education revolution. Third, the deserving persons who receive monthly public assistance payments will receive an increase of $25 per month from January 2016, carrying it for those over 65 to $250. This will cost an additional $1.5 million approximately per year in the aggregate. Fourth, an actuarial review of the National Insurance Service is currently underway. I expect that this review will, among other things, recommend increases in minimum pensions and other benefits from early 2016. Fifth, my government has awarded a record number of 31 national scholarships, national exhibitions and bursaries, arising from the 2015 Cape A-level examinations. In 2016, these numbers will be further augmented for government-assisted university education through the award of 70 tuition scholarships and grants, at least 100 specially designed loans to our university students under the economically disadvantaged student loan program, and assorted scholarships, grants, and payment of economic costs to dozens more of our young people going to university. Over $20 million will be spent directly by the government next year on post-secondary and tertiary education. Currently, we have 2,500 students at our community college and over 1,000 pursuing university education through the efforts of our government. We are on target to achieve one college or university graduate on an average per household by the year 2025. Sixth, in another week or so, 745 students who graduate at the appropriate level at the CAPE and CXC examinations will each receive $500 as a monetary reward for their performance. I have further instructed the community college to provide me with a list of those students who successfully completed the associate degree programs in 2015 at the average level of the B+ grade and above. I intend to make the same $500 payment to each of these qualifying students at the associate degree level. 7, I have recently given approval for the community college to recruit 80 qualified persons. I've increased the number from 65. As the next batch of students to enter the Division of Nursing Education to pursue the requisite nursing qualification. My government will continue to pay these nursing students a monthly stipend of $1,000 while providing them with a free professional education. The only place in the Caribbean that does that. 8, in my government's 2016 budget, to be delivered in January 2016, we will accord all nursing assistants the status of pensionable public servants. They deserve it. They will thus be put on the same footing in this regard as registered nurses. I want to thank the 2 nursing assistants who spoke to me about this matter just over a week ago when I visited the hospital to look at some injured persons on the female surgical ward. 9th, our annual Christmas road cleaning program will start shortly. I expect that some 4,500 persons will be engaged in this short-term works program at a cost of $3 million. A special short-term employment program too of some 150 persons will be instituted at the Port Authority to assist with the additional activity at the port in the onrush of the busy Christmas season. 10th, the duty-free concessions on the importation of Christmas barrels will start on Monday, November the 9th, 2015. This is the 15th consecutive year that my government is granting these concessions, and we have blazed the trail on this in the Caribbean. 11. Between now and Christmas 2015, our government will distribute a further 200 or so building lots of land to deserving persons at preferential prices. This is an ongoing program in our housing revolution. Since 2001, we have distributed over 4,500 such building lots. This is an absolutely amazing performance. 12. Our government is committed to providing substantial direct financial and other support to St.Vincent Heat in the Football World Cup competition. I am personally involved in this. Yesterday I had a further conversation on the matter with the distinguished president of the Football Federation, Mr. Benal Coons. On Friday, October the 29th, Friday coming, St.Vincent Heat will journey to the United States to take on that country's team in a World Cup qualifying game, which will be played on November the 13th in Missouri. The USA comes to our country for the return game on February the 2nd, 2016. What a weekend that will be next year. With our overseas nationals and visitors arriving at the Argyle International Airport on regular and chartered flights to be with us for a few days, to watch us play football, to engage in sports and culture. The world will be watching us as Labor Day in Brooklyn comes to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The farmers and fisherfolk will again, for the third year running in 2016, have available to them a further $6 million in low-interest loans through the Farmers Support Company, financed by Petrocarib, our very good partner. And now to my 14th announcement. It's not the election day. I wouldn't use the Independence Parade to do that. Soon. And now to my 14th announcement. My government has instituted an admirable policy of appointing sporting and cultural ambassadors with the privilege, among other things, of carrying a diplomatic passport. This group of ambassadors are persons of merit and quality who have distinguished themselves in the fields of culture and sports. This year, I announce a few more such ambassadors. In sports, Lance John, cricket. Ezra Hendrickson, who has come back to help us with Vincy Heat preparation, and Marlon James in football. 5 ladies in netball. Esther Williams Robinson, Stella Brown Winsborough, Peggy Inshall. These 3 made the West Indies netball team years ago, along with Stella Boye and Gayleen Windsor. Anna Donald Foyle in basketball. In culture, Wallace Christopher, James E.P. Morgan, Carlton City Hall, Olsen Caribbean Pete Peters, all in the area of popular music, soca and calypso. And our dear Bridget Blucher for gospel music. In the next few weeks or months, our people will exercise their democratic choice in free and fair elections as to who will govern us for the next 5 years. I expect that the campaign would be robust and full of humor, laced with biting Vincentian pecan. I expect it to be educational and uplifting, as befitting the mature people in quest of further ennoblement. I expect too that the campaign would be peaceful. I am absolutely sure that our people are not interested in malicious utterances, scurrilities, falsehoods, and vacuous posturing. The people are demanding substance and a clear exposition of comprehensive, compelling narratives for our country's development. My government has already laid out its own perspective in its National Economic and Social Development Plan 2013 to 2015, which was launched in October 2013 and available on the government's website. If any citizen has any query about this plan, I invite him or her simply to ask Ralph. This development plan covers every single facet of public policy and is the benchmark against which all other developmental narratives would surely be assessed. As always, Our government's plans for the future are grounded in the human development of our people, of which education and training, health, housing, citizen security, poverty reduction, zero hunger, and social protection are central. Over the next 5 years, a number of capital projects already in train will be fully rolled out. The imminent actual opening of the Argyle International Airport, the geothermal project, the relocation and modernization of the port and cruise ship pier, the construction of an acute referral hospital at Arnesville, and the further modernization of the Milton Keynes Memorial Hospital.
St.Vincent, my homeland, you gave me